Cheers. Light beer in a Guinness glass. Didn't think us through. I was supposed to be putting together the video for the black IPA this week, but I seem to have misplaced the tasting video. Now the keg is kicked a long time ago, so yeah, that's a bit of a strange one. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's disappeared between the transfer of computers or something, or I've deleted it. I put it in the wrong folder. That's usually what happens. I put the wrong video in the wrong folder, and then when I upload the video, I'll delete the folder. Yeah, that probably is what happened actually. So yeah, it's gone. It's gone in the past. I still have the brewing video, so I might put together just a little brew day video. And I haven't like looked at the footage or anything, so I don't know what I've got. So yeah. So yeah, happy homebrew whatever. I'm on drinking this tonight, which is Prime Time of Your Life Belgian Triple 8% by this Napoli titled Our Brewery. It's called Our Brewery. That is actually the name. It's by Get Our Brewed, so they have their own brewery up there. I think they used to have one, correct me if I'm wrong, called Hillstown Brewery, I think. It's not in business anymore, so I presume then that's the replacement for it, or they changed the name or something. I don't know. I'm not enough of a beer nerd to know why, but yeah, that's what we're drinking tonight. So it's 8%. This is the first beer of the night. 8%. Start as you mean to go on. Prime Time of Your Life Belgian Triple. I didn't want to do any other reviews of my own beer because I'm feeling a bit crook, to be honest. I'm a bit I've been like down with the lurgy all this week. Down with the sickness. Oh, wah! But I don't know what it is. It's like sore throat and whatnot. And I don't know. Apparently there's a lot of COVID going around, but I haven't actually done a test or anything like that. Probably should. So I didn't want to review any of my own beers because I will possibly not be able to taste anything. I think you should be able to taste an 8% triple. Am I right? It's I like it. It's way too easy to drink. That is way too easy to drink, which is the problem with Belgian beers in particular, especially triples. I think triple's supposed to be triple the ABV. Personally, I'm a doubles man, but I do like a triple, but it's just too much. 8%. You can't be drinking that all the time. This is why I can't really understand why Americans their beers are always like 7-8%. Just how can you function afterwards? I don't really understand. Maybe they're just their DNA is more kind of stronger or something. I don't know, but yeah, I can't cope with that kind of ABV. Maybe they only drink one and then everything else is like 4 or 5%, I suppose. A strong, complex Belgian ale with full body and a beautiful fruity notes from the yeast. What? Hold on, let me read that again. That didn't really make sense. A strong, complex Belgian ale with fruity notes from the yeast. There's an extra in there. The beer has authentic Belgian malts, building the base to complement the well-rounded hop flavour and yeast esters. Very good. Ingredients: water. Nice. Grain: Dingemans Belgian Pilsen and Dingmans. Sorry, Dingemans. Dingmans Belgian Pilsen. I've got that before. That's quite good. Aromatic malt. I think I've got aromatic before. Yeah. Belgian candy cane sugar and coriander seed. I mean, I'm not really tasting much coriander to be fair, but maybe that's the whole point. It's just not supposed to take over the beer. Because when I'm making stuff like that, it certainly used to be, not so much now, but very heavy-handed, a bit heavy-handed with hops, to be fair, I'll admit that. But yeah, very heavy-handed with all those other kind of ingredients and whatnot. The beer is actually quite decent, so if you ever see it, you should definitely try some. There was one, what's the one? There's like a pale ale to do. Can't remember what it's called. It's really nice. I think it actually won some kind of award recently. But because I've seen it on the news, about some Northern Ireland brewery has won something, I was like, oh, I recognise that. Anyway, never mind that. So yeah. So I got my brew day done last week, which was the one I was telling you about. I was just finished weighing out the grains. Got it done. It's in there now, looking good. I'm using the lager yeast on it as well too. 17 degrees. Cranked it up to 19 yesterday. We'll maybe crank it up again. There is a small dry hop going on into it at some point. And yeah, that'll be in the keg for next weekend. So I'm gonna brew again next weekend. And again, it's just like, what on earth am I gonna brew? I can't decide. I can't decide on anything. And now that I've tasted that, I'm thinking, I've got a little bit of candy sugar left still. Maybe I should try and do a double again, and that might work. And I'm thinking like, oh jeez, what is wrong with me? And then I don't have any Belgian yeast though, so yeah, well, that's maybe a relief of sorts. But yeah, I can't work out what I want to drink from day to day, from week to week, whatever. Forgive me for doing this with my wrist. I'm sleeping earlier. I was up early this morning, and we went out and we went out and got something to eat. Let's say that. And then I came back and I was so tired. I just got into bed. And whatever way I was lying, I think I must have been lying on my wrist or my hand or something like that. Oh God, it's quite sore. But yeah, so that's gonna be me for the rest of the night, just going. Also, just want to say it's sitting over here. This came through the post yesterday, and I just dumped it in here. So I decided that I was going to replace my. Hold on. The very grotty siphon tube that goes inside the all-rounder. It's looking a bit grotty and there's a few little spots on somewhere. And I have tried to, yeah, you can't really see, like, but I'm sure. But I have tried to get them out. I've soaked it in the purple beer line cleaner, done Star San. I've got like this, one of these keg. You put this down the keg post to clean it. Quite good, very long. You can clean that with that. It gets everything out, but them spots are still remaining. So I thought, I'm not getting any infected beers or anything, but I just thought maybe we would just change it. So of course you're on the Felipe and shipped all the way from China, food grade silicone tubing, same spec as that, 6x9, whatever that is. I think it might be 9 mils on the outer dimension maybe, and 6 mils inside. I'm not entirely exactly sure, but see, now I've taken everything on, so over the place. So the only thing was that's 2 meters of that, so that's quite long. I think this is kind of how long it is. So this goes right in, and then it'll lift up. So the actual top of the all-rounders there, and the bottom is somewhere down here. So this always sticks up. So I was wondering whether is there a reason for that? Have they done that? Should I not get one that can go right to the bottom, or maybe over to the edge or whatever? I'm not really sure, but I reckon that's about 60-70 mils long. 70 centimeters. Jeez Christ, that beer's strong. Whew, 8%. You feeling it now? It's the first beer of the night. My God. So yeah, if that's 2 meters in, basically I can get like 2, I can replace the 2 I have, and then I've got an extra one. So, excellent. That is the plan. Might actually also do something with this. So I've got the filter on it. And what I tend to do is, if I've got one that uses the little yellow, it's actually in this beer here, it's the little float, so that keeps it up to the top. So but then with the other one I put the filter on and I weigh it down with like these nuts from, they look like they're from the Robo Brew, and I'm not really sure where. So I was thinking about maybe something better, something I want it to sink to the bottom, but the problem is that if it's on like that, they'll go on, these will sink to the bottom, but if there's too much slack, then what happens is they'll be at the bottom and that'll be away at the top, because it's obviously like plastic and it'll float. And yeah, you have to kind of, as I found the last time when I was trying to keg a beer, I was trying to really, you have to really tip the fermenter over so that this goes down, and it gets a bit hairy when you, because I need to sit in front of it, because I've had stuff little bit more extreme than that and the whole bloody fermenter's falling out. Now obviously it's an all-rounder, so it's, you know, it's not like you spill the beer or anything like that, but you kick up all the crap in the bottom of the fermenter, and that's, you know, that kind of defeats the purpose of cold crushing and all that. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna go. I don't really have anything to say at all, so I'm gonna go and nurse a sore throat. I'm gonna try not to cough around the kids, even though they're the ones that gave it to me, specifically the young one, when my wife made me go up and do his reading homework with him, and he was like coughing and sneezing and sniffling, and I was like sitting at the other end of the bed and he was on the bed, and he kept coming closer and closer until I just wanted to get really closer and closer until he was like literally touching me, and was like, oh, just read the page would you, so I can go. And yeah, after that, that's it. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I don't have anything to say. I feel ill, and I'm feeling very drunk already, and I'm really drunk a little bit out. So happy homebrew, whatever. I'll see you at some point.